Alrighty, it looks like we've got some dinosaurs in front of us for today's lab. We're going to see how much water is absorbed into these dinosaurs and then determine the number of molecules that were absorbed by these dinosaurs. So let's take a look at our first one. It is a brontosaurus. Oh, look at that one. That one's like maybe a number one pick there. We'll take a look at the other ones and see what else we got. This one's a Spinosaurus. Okay, not too bad. It's got a little fin on its back, kind of terrifying, but not too much. This one is a T-Rex. Now, it's not too intimidating. It looks kind of like laying on its belly or something. It doesn't stand up. The next one is the pterodactyl, or as I like to call it, the pterodactyl, because of that silent P. Not too bad as well. Let's take a look at what else we got for the last two. We got a triceratops. Look at that one. That looks pretty big. That's maybe in running for our choice of dinosaur for today. And finally, we got the ankylosaurus, that one. Okay, got a nice back plate of armor and a tail that could whack you. I think I'm going to go with the brontosaurus for this experiment. I'm going to call this one Chunky Boy. All right, so the first thing that we need to do is we need to get the mass of our dinosaurs. So I'm going to take a weigh boat and place it on the balance. I'm going to let the balance kind of level itself out, and I'm going to hit the 0 button. That's going to cause the mass to be 0. And I'm going to take my Chunky Boy and place him on the balance and find out what his dry mass is. So there's no water in him right now, and we're going to record what this mass is when it finally stabilizes. All right, that looks good. And now I'm going to fill up a beaker. This is a 400 milliliter beaker, and we're going to put some water into it. And it's going to look a little bit murky in there when we take a close-up. Yep, that's okay. That's just a bunch of bubbles from when the water first enters. It'll clear up, and we'll place our dino inside of the water to start absorbing the water. All right, so we can see there that he's been absorbing some water for a while. He's got some bubbles attached to him. That is okay, and we need to figure out what his mass is now that he's had some water and some time to grow. And so we'll make sure that he doesn't have excess water on them. We're going to have to pat him dry so that he's not bringing any of that excess water onto the balance. Here we go. Flip him over a bit. Yeah, now I'm going to place the weigh boat on the balance. We're going to make sure it reads 0. We'll press the tare button just to make sure it is 0. Place the dinosaur onto the balance and let the mass be read. Okay, that's a pretty good increase from the first day. All right, we'll plop him back into the water and let him go a little bit longer for growing. Clean up our spot a little bit too so we don't leave a mess. Okay, here's our next day, and again, we're going to take a look here. Looks like he's still growing, and we want to find the mass of Chunky Boy one more time. So let's get him out of this beaker. It's good observations, nothing really too much changing here. Here we go. Let's give him a little pat dry again, great. And we'll make sure that we get him on the balance to get a nice mass. It's zeroed out before we put him on there. Okay, looks about 8.677. We'll plop him back into the water to let him grow a little bit more. Alright, next day, here we are. Let's grab the dino out of the water, spend more time. Pat him dry a little bit. Oh yeah, he's looking big and healthy. I think we're feeding him pretty well. Let's again figure out what his mass is. Got to zero that out. We can't have anything there. And we'll plop him in. Okay, looking pretty good. I think that's the last recording we'll do.